What? Have you seen that? In what? This article about dubbing. That Ken Davidson, after a side funny match to join the SNL cast fall of 2025, Ken Davidson will be SNL's oldest ever cast member? Wait, it says here he didn't even audition. Someone just overheard him telling jokes at Elio's and thought he was the funniest man he'd ever heard and asked him on the spot. Oh, it was Lord Ruggles.
Live from New York, it's Saturday!
Saturday Night Live with Ken Davidson.
Ken Davidson on SNL.
Football Ken loves to laugh. He will laugh at the same thing over and over and over again.
I mean, being on SNL, this is his destiny. I feel like his whole life has been a warm-up for this. I think that truly what's going to make him probably one of their best cast members ever is his range. Yeah, he could do anything.
What makes Ken a great SNL cast member? He's a great talker off the cuff. He's full of one-liners, and he's great at an after party.
He's basically watched every single skit there is to watch, so I feel like before he even got the script, he would know it.
I really think it'll be his commitment to his craft that will make him an A+ SNL cast member.
He could be a Chris Farley stand-in, he could ring the cowbell, and he could also play the straight man, so he's got it all.
My favorite Kenism is one that he tells Finn often. You know, you can pick your nose and you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
What's the difference between an oral thermometer and a rectal thermometer? The taste. Those cows are outstanding in their field.
Well, it's really hard to think because I'm only 6.
Does a rocking horse have a wooden tuchus?
My favorite Kenism would have to be when he hijacks the music at a dinner party to play whatever song you were just thinking about. You know, it's not enough to just talk about the 17-minute Bob Dylan song about the JFK assassination. You have to play it and listen to it all the way through. Always trim the volume up really loud, so you can't even talk over it. You really just have to sit there and listen to it.
Rub-a-dub-dub, it's a murder most foul.
And that's just great.
When the lights go down in a restaurant, somebody says, "Did I just have a stroke?"
Octopussy, that's not bad.
If I had to compare Ken to one SNL cast member, I think it would be Bill Murray.
Sissy Spacek, Kathleen Turner, and Sigourney Weaver have all hosted this show, so I have to sort of disqualify myself. Besides, I work with Sigourney, what a pro, and I've slept with Kathleen and Sissy.
Yeah, I mean, it's uncanny, Sherry O'Terry.
Sir, you are not at McDonald's, and if you were, I would tell you to mix them down now.
Yeah, when you go back into the 80s and 90s, Phil Hartman.
Place the refuse inside and... Oh, now this bag is torn. Well, no, that's all right. We'll just fold over and no one will see. We'll fold it over twice to be careful.
Chevy Chase, Norm Macdonald, kind of OG Weekend Update cast members.
I got to go to this party. There's a huge party over at Eddie Murphy's. And, it's supposed to be pretty cool. He's making fun of the show. So,
that's great, Norm. Which show, yours or this one?
No, this one.
Billy Crystal, because he's cute, he's funny, he does good impressions, he's likable, and his hair's kind of the same.
How long will it take her to get back here?
How long, damn it?
I don't know, about 3 minutes. Okay, wake up, let's go.
I wouldn't compare him to this person, but he actually loves her and would love to be her. With impressive wig.
I shouldn't say this, but you are driving me nuts.
Oh, I drive myself nuts. I drive myself actually in a nut car, so my car's a nut. I do promotional work for planners, so it's a Mr. Peanut on wheels. The windshield is a monocle, and the convertible roof is a top hat, so it's parked outside.
I'm thinking Will Ferrell. I can see Ken with the cowbell. all day long.
Fellas, it was sounding great, but I could have used a little more cowbell.
Got some like Dan Aykroyd vibes. Will Ferrell, old school Norm Macdonald, Colin Quinn. No,
I just named everyone.
Some of my fondest memories of Ken would be his futile but loving attempt to make me a golfer, smoking meat in the backyard and sharing honey for the money barbecue videos, and taking the boys down to the beach in the truck and looking at the ocean.
Many of my fondest memories with Ken are either at the house in Bridgehampton or on a golf course.
I often think back on our trips to St. Croix over the years. The mornings Ken and I used to get up early and be the first pair off the Buccaneer golf course, play 18 holes, and then back in the pro shop, we would grab a bottle of Beck's and walk up the hill back to the house, talking about how difficult golf is. And Ken would make comments on the beer like, Mr. Beck's does a great job. I just think upon that as a very fond memory of time well spent with a good friend.
There's one thing about Ken that I really admire, and that is his incredible generosity. And I think he's always made our family feel like his family, and I really love you for that, Ken, and we think of you as family too.
My fondest memories were probably my dad walking Claudia and I to school in the morning. He just used to crack us up and ask good questions, and I just cherish that time together. And then as an adult, I think that probably the funniest things that have happened have become my fondest memories, and maybe the funniest thing that's happened in the past 5 years is when the ashes, the remains of a distant relative, like a cousin, came to us in the mail because he was the only living relative that would receive them, and he had to figure out what to do with these ashes.
How about in the planter? Aren't they for fertilizer? How about in the how about in the arugula?
No, I am not gonna weed with anyone's ashes in there.
He and I also always thought that my sister's moles were really funny. He would say like guacamole, mole, 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 mole. And when she told him that she was gonna have one of the moles on her face removed, he offered to give her one final mole massage.
You want a mole massage? I think there have been some incredibly new things among them. When our two daughters were born, and I so remember after Jamie was born, Ken sitting there sobbing. So, you know, those are very dear, wonderful moments.
What does 80 have in store for Ken? A triumphant return to golf with a new elbow, and hopefully many more sleepovers with Finn and Luke.
I think staying active, staying mentally active, staying physically active, particularly on the golf course, and hopefully some new jokes.
Ken, in your 80s, I see golf and youth and a lot of time with me and my family because we love you, and happy birthday.
What do I wish for Ken from 80 and beyond? Well, first off, good health, good mental health, good physical health, just good health overall. Lots of golf, lots of portals.
Daddy, this is going to be your best decade yet. I can feel it. I wish you lots of time on the golf course, lots of time with good friends and family and your grandchildren, and just take good care of yourself and those around you. You've worked like a dog your whole life to build this world around you, so take the next decade to enjoy it. You deserve it. I love you so much.
We were recently in Morocco, and there were 5 couples staring at this lovely plate, and we were talking to one of the husbands one day, and he was telling us he was a photographer for National Geographic, and he'd done all sorts of things, participating in all sorts of sports. And one of them was when he was slightly younger, because he's now almost 80, what he did 3 times, participated in these ultra marathons where they actually do a marathon for 7 days straight. Could see Ken just sort of listening to this very carefully. No, I think secretly he's out training to do a 7-day marathon, because I call him sometimes and I just can't find him, and I think he's out training.
Honestly, I'm just so happy for him. This is his dream, and at 80 years old, he's made an amazing job. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. And
Yeah.
dinosaur.
Oh, say I love you, Grandpa.
I love you, dinosaur.
No, I love you, Grandpa.
I love you, dinosaur. Happy birthday, Grandpa. I love you. Happy birthday, Grandpa. I love you.
Hey, Dad.
Jake. Yeah, I didn't see you there. Just wanted you to know, I have a list of about 47 Thai horror films I think you'd love.
Would you give it a shot? Would you watch 5 minutes with me right after the Jacob Collier reel on YouTube? Great.